Yo, welcome back to a new video, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to start off this video by quickly saying, yo, thank you all so much for all your recent amount of support on this channel. It is literally crazy to me that we are ever so closely etching up to that insane number 10,000. 10,000 human beings. That is literally a small arena, or like a big arena. Like, I can't even believe 10,000 human lives follow me. It's just crazy. So guys, thank you all so much. If you're here before the big 10,000, 9,120, obviously we're full steam ahead, straight onto 10,000. And talking about full steam ahead, guys, every week whenever the official translations of the Black Clover manga come out, we do a live stream. Last week's live stream for Black Clover chapter 272, we had over 190 live participants, so it was honestly super amazing. I really hope a lot of you joined. Over 1,000 of you joined, 190 of you watched concurrently. We streamed for a total watch time of over 4 days in the 1 hour live stream we did, so it's honestly just insane to hear. And with that being said, as you all know, the official translations this week come out on Sunday, November 29th. So the live stream is going to be Sunday, November 29th. It's going to be about a couple hours after the official translations drop, so keep that in mind. Hopefully a lot of you are going to be awake and ready on Sunday for this epic live stream for epic proportions. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the fan translations for Black Clover chapter 273 are now out, so let's just jump straight into it. Jumping straight into it, Black Clover returns with chapter 273, The Fated Day. Now, obviously, a lot of the things I say in this video could drastically change whenever the official translations do come out, so please keep in mind for that. But I do also want to point out this chapter begins the first official chapter of Black Clover Volume 28. Black Clover Volume 27's final chapter released last week with Black Clover chapter 272, ending on Asta's brand new transformation. And as predicted, well, we'll get to the transformation in a second. Black Clover Volume 27, which ended last week, comes out officially January 2021. So guys, if you are able to purchase the official Japanese volumes, please do be able to do that. And if you want a guide on how to do that, please tell me and I'll let you know. But jumping straight into it, Black Clover returns with chapter 273, and we're in the Spade Kingdom. Yo! My prediction, as always, correct, except the part about Asta's mom. We don't talk about that. But anyway, we see Zenon in the Spade Kingdom finally arriving back home, and he asks about his brother's condition. Now, what's interesting here, he addresses Dante as said brother, so it's not some adopted brother shit. I mean, it still could be. They don't really look alike. Like, I mean, Dante's white, Zenon looks like he's dead, because Zenon is pale as fuck, and Vonica, I don't know, Vonica looks pretty normal color. But he asks his brother's condition and directly name drops Morris. Morris has finally been introduced as an official character in the Black Clover universe. We've seen Morris and we've heard about Morris countless times. If you haven't checked that out already, go check out my Morris video I did earlier on, yet today, give or take, depending on your own time zone, obviously. But Morris is a character that's the one that tested on all the people in the Diamond Kingdom. He's the one that did the children battle royale to find the best suitable mage, which turned out to be Mars, who now has Fana's Grimoire. He's able to actually genetically mutate people and actually change their grimoires. On top of that, he's got the Diamond Kingdom pretty much, or had the Diamond Kingdom pretty much in his control with the mind control abilities from the chip we saw when Asta Black meteorited Ladros. The chip broke, Ladros' head was finally free, and now Ladros is a good guy. So Morris, after being name dropped countless times, has finally made his appearance into the Black Clover world. He says he's actually been ousted as a traitor of the Diamond Kingdom by Mars. So yo, we're gonna be seeing Mars hopefully soon. Now it's interesting, Lotus is actually following Morris. It looks like Lotus is here because he's obviously very scared earlier on, he did say that Morris had his children and wife, so that's most likely why Lotus is with him. But Morris goes on to say that I'm in charge of the magic scholars in the Diamond Kingdom. Your brother is recovering without any problems, and he's getting stronger. So, yo, it looks like Dante is going to be a lot stronger when he finally comes out. He goes on to say the mana from the descent was also gathered by my creation magic, but I'm not entirely too sure what his magic directly is. I think he does say this in this chapter. He calls it Kendero, but I'm not entirely too sure what that means. We're gonna have to wait until the official translations to see that. But we see Dante awake in the test tube, and I'm just gonna pause. What's it with manga and test tube? We've seen Shigaraki from My Hero Academia in a test tube. We saw obviously the elves in a test tube. I know shonen manga and test tube just go too well together. Anyway, Dante's awake in there, and he says, I can't help but to look forward to fight with that kid again. Xenon asks Morris, nothing else forgotten for the preparation. Morris continues his monologue and saying everything is going exceedingly smooth as he looks to his left, and yo, it is the exact same ice block that Dante was talking to at the beginning of this arc, now confirmed that he was in fact talking to a devil in there. The devil in there seems to have 4 wings, but it is not Lucifero. One of the translations I saw earlier were on said that this was Lucifero, but that seems to be wrong because the horns are completely wrong. But this devil does in fact have 4 horns, so we are gonna have to see what's up with that. But yo, this devil looks insane. I do also want to say this devil somewhat also looks like Licht's devil whenever he turned to a devil and Lumiere killed him. So we're going to have to see what's going on. Lotus continues the monologue saying, right, this in lots of ways. We then see Yami and William in a cocoon trapped. It looks like they're trapped by Vonika's blood magic. Looks dangerous. Lotus finishes his monologue, but we do see Yami and William both alive in this trap, and yo, I'm excited. I expected to see the Spade Kingdom this chapter. I wanted to see how Yami and William doing. They seem to be fine. Yami's injuries also seem to be healed. Yami had a lot of blood running down his face this chapter. He's completely clean. His outfit is even recovered. I mean, I remember his shirt was completely gone. So it looks like Xenon at least did show some hospitality, Lamau. But they are okay. They are alive for now. The chapter then goes back to Asta versus Nacht. And Asta has just hit Nacht or missed hit Nacht with an insane level spell. Asta's transformation union starts to become undone, but before it becomes undone, we see some armor on Asta coming out of his legs, coming out of his shoulders. One side of his armor that still hasn't completely evaporated. Looks like he's gotten a new shoulder pad. Yo! Asta's union transformation, from what I can see remaining in this chapter, looks insane. He used an attack similar to Yami's Dimension Slash because it's cut straight through the wall. Now, Nacht actually monologues here and says, Asta purposely missed me, but even though it was not a direct hit, the attack Asta missed with caused Nacht's union and monozone to be completely erased. What? Asta hit Nacht, missed Nacht with some next level anti-magic monozone ability because the attack missed, but it still undid Nacht's transformation, undid Nacht's monozone. So that's absolutely insane. Asta is just skyrocketed with power. If he's able to undo someone's transformation by missing, what would that ability have done if it had hit Nacht? Yo, that's insane. Nacht goes on to say anti-magic after all is showing its true potential. The chapter continues with Nacht saying Asta is actually the strongest. Nacht admits defeat. Yo, seeing Nacht admit defeat, that's kind of weird. But Nacht goes, I lost. Asta says, all right, then let's hurry. Let's go join the Spade Kingdom war. And this is where we get something interesting. Nacht says, no. Asta and Liebe both shocked. Why aren't we allowed to go? Nacht says, just for a while. You still haven't learned how to thoroughly unite in that mode yet. You probably already know this yourself. Am I wrong? Asta and Liebe, obviously last chapter, only was able to unite after both their minds came together, but they're still unaware of what just occurred. They're still unaware of what just happened. Nacht then says, I've been watching you and the members of the Black Bulls with my shadow magic, so yo! And then we get a flashback of all the moments Nacht is seen. He saw it when Asta was standing up for Noel. He saw it when Asta activated his black mode. He saw it when Asta saved Mary. He saw it when Asta was saving the elf tribe and punched Patry. He also saw it when Asta went into berserk mode. So that's pretty interesting. Nacht's shadow magic allows him actually very, very similar ability to Sung Jin-woo if you read solo leveling, to cast the Shadow Soldier on someone and then watch from their perspective. That is honestly super, super interesting. I think Yuki Tabata at this point, it's confirmed that he reads solo leveling, so that is pretty insane. Nacht goes, you were right from the beginning. Your virtues are to be rewarded. I want you to be rewarded. Nacht says, I will leave Gimodello here with you. Nacht says, we will do what we can until you get here, and leaves Asta with Liebe and Gimodello and says, so you're going to have to get it done and come join the war. Asta and Liebe both say, yes, sir. We do actually get a small panel with Gimodello saying, I'm going to die if I get hit with that. So it looks like Asta and Liebe are going to be training with Gimodello. What's also interesting here is the fact that Nacht can leave his devils. Again, once again, this is another Sung Jin-woo ability from solo leveling. So that is pretty insane that he can actually leave his devils. This kind of does almost show that Gimodello may be in the real world. If Nacht is able to leave his devils without himself being there, then I don't know, maybe Gimodello is in the real world. We'll have to see more about Nacht in the future. But the chapter ends with Yuno and the whole squad atop of Clover Castle saying, all right, let's do this. From the people present, I think you've already seen the spoilers, but Seke Branzaza is present in the new Magic Knight squad to attack the Spade Kingdom. It is absolutely hilarious that Seke is here. This obviously points to the anime being obviously much more canon, because in the anime Seke has been gaining a lot of points with the king, so this is obviously the king's doing. Yuki Tabata has made the anime completely canon. From what I can see in this panel, obviously this is the fan translations, a lot of it might still change. I can see 13 people standing on top of the castle, but in the panel with all of them shown, that we can only see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which means there are 4 yet unknown people who are going to be joining this war. Out of the 9 we can see so far, obviously Rill, Charlotte, Seke, Jack, Dorothy, Nozel, Fuguelion, Langris, and obviously Yuno. The 4 missing ones, very easily one could be Meryleona. Obviously Meryleona is on par with absolutely being OP as fuck. One could be Klaus. I mean, Klaus could be pretty interesting if he does join. Other than that, I can't really name who the other 4 could be. One could potentially be Damnatio. I mean, Damnatio kind of makes sense. His magic is pretty strong. So, I mean, I don't know. I doubt one could be Damnatio, but it's very possible one could be Damnatio. I do also want to say their new outfits look absolutely insane. Maybe actually one of them is Nacht, because obviously Nacht is heading there as well. So one of them could also be Nacht, but we don't actually get to see who the other 3 people are. Now, there has been a time skip here, so obviously everyone here is a lot stronger. Noel, on the other hand, I'm not entirely too sure where Noel is. Noelle is probably going to join with the elves later on in this arc, but this arc seems to be starting in volume 28, the attack on the Spade Kingdom. So volume 28 is going to be the attack commencing in the Spade Kingdom. If we are going to see Asta somewhere, we're going to see him in the final chapter for volume 28, which is going to be in about 10 weeks from now. So we're going to have to we're probably not going to see Asta for a while now. Next chapter is most likely going to go with Noelle to show them getting ready to attack the Spade Kingdom as well. And the following chapter should show Mars, Fana, and Ladros, because they're obviously going to want to attack as well somewhere in that lines. But if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. My name is SGSAMI as always. Thank you for tuning into this video. Peace.